Here we are again in a new place, a new time. Let's explore this round. This one is called GM Extro City. I don't really know what that means. Other than city named Extro. Also, sorry if I sound a little bit out of it. I did just wake up. Right off the bat, though, we're in a low-income place. I'm trying to decide whether or not people live here, like renting out the place, or if this building is abandoned. Clearly, people live here to some extent. There's no way that there's this much garbage shit around. These doors here, though, make me feel like these are apartments, and this is just a really low-income housing. Look at that. 1963, huh? Interesting. Let's head down the stairs. More locked apartments. Ooh, we got a couple of doors that open. This is strange. Seems to be like, I think this is actual milk that you drink, but I think these are chemicals in the game. So it seems like they have a very limited supply of items for the apartment complex, which is, you know, very, very capitalistic mindset to have a store at the bottom of your apartment complex. However, that would be pretty convenient, especially if they have like basic items like milk, cheese, bread. You know, your dairy products that are essential for life. These cars could work. Yeah, these cars probably work. Pretty loud as hell. Bumping into them. This one, I would say, probably does not work. Probably a safe bet. Let's head down this alley over here. Ooh. Yeah, definitely. This would probably be a dangerous part of the city. I feel like I'm being pulled this way, so we'll go this way first. This is pretty neat, though. I'll tell you that. Nice little city. We're just in the red light district. Well, it seems like there's a room right there that we can get into. What the fuck is that? Some kind of blueprint right there that looks like, I don't know what that is, but it doesn't look good. It looks not friendly. Okay, okay. This is a little bit better. You still got garbage all over the place, but it feels a little bit more inviting and a little more cozy. What do you think the jobs around here are? Well, obviously there's like receptionists and cashiers and stuff, but for this specific building, let's take a look. There's not really any indicators of what they would do. But... Oh, well, the big ass sign that says hotel might help. Interesting. That kind of changes the feeling of this room a little bit. Because like when I walked in here, I kind of felt like this was an office space, and you check in with the receptionist, and you go to work, and and whatnot. Same thing, but a little bit different because now that I know it's a hotel, you're probably gonna see very in a place like this, probably sleazy people in the lobby and stuff. So that would be probably a frightening experience. Still from here. From 1978. I wonder why the buildings have different. Another broken down vehicle. Oh, so I would say this probably does take place in within a Half-Life universe. So you go from monkey to man to combine. That's so interesting. I never looked at. I've seen this graffiti before, but I've never really taken the time to look at this. This is actually a really interesting picture. It seems like the Combine are people that are morphed into the mask. That's crazy. Like, look at this guy's facial structure, and then look at this guy's facial structure, and it looks like there's even robotics and stuff. God, I feel like becoming a Combine is the worst thing ever. So I think this is some kind of hospital, by the way. I don't know why, but I look at this symbol and I just think hospital. Ear protection must be worn in this area. Certainly looks cleaner than all the other places, which I would expect in a place like this, a hospital, to be. But still, you got your garbage all over the place, so maybe not the best. Do we think any of these doors open? Oh, one of them did. I think we got a little service room. Server room. The Earth surrenders. Wallace Green declared interim administrator. Black Mesa admin charged with affairs. Human affairs. Portal storm continues. 7-hour war ends in Combine victory. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. I like the world building here. Interesting. So it's kind of like so we're kind of it's really cool to think of when they place the Gmod maps in the Half-Life universe. Think about how um wow, I just totally lost my train of thought. To think about how all those different places that you've explored over time are affected by the Combine winning and whatnot. And I believe this is City 17. Yeah, it looks like City 17. Ooh, another room. Oh, this is that room we saw through the window. And this is what I was looking at. Popular scientist end is near. Indescribable salad? Is that what that says? This looks like, now that I'm looking at this looks like GLaDOS throughputs, which would be very bizarre to find here. Oh, let's head on upstairs, see what we got up here. I'm less confident that this is a hospital. Yeah, probably isn't a hospital. Can we read what's on the computer? Yeah, I don't think so. And maybe up at the top it says like some numbers. I can discern that, but I don't even know what the numbers are. 2 and 3. Ooh, that's interesting. Here we go on the roof. The Mark V hazardous environment suit. Ooh, is that what I'm wearing? Or do I have the Mark IV? I'll never see those pictures again. I think I'll, if there's not a way to open that, I think I'll no clip do that because I'm curious. Don't worry, there's still more to see here. Oh, we can't go in there. Are we really not gonna be able to go in this building? No, there's some rooms up there. Nope. Child. Interesting. Yeah, I never really. These are probably in Half-Life too, and I never really took the time to look at stuff like this. So it is cool that the map creator decided to put all this in here to really build on the atmosphere. We don't need that out. Am I the only one that would be uncomfortable if I was going into somebody's apartment and the first thing I see is a brick wall? I'm immediately gonna be like, what's behind that brick wall? You know? Definitely is lived in. Definitely is lived in. I'll tell you that. What else do we got? Ooh. See, there is definitely something behind that brick wall. This is kind of cozy. This is in this disjointed reality where we were placed here. Um, this is probably where I would choose to hold up. This is the coziest place, and you know, cleanup isn't too bad. It's just a bunch of garbage. Although this couch is pretty small. I need a pretty big couch, man. I gotta spread out. Well, I wonder if that's all. Now, how well could I survive here? You know, in this little snapshot of this city that we just kind of woke up here and have to survive in now. There's no guaranteed food. Because like all these bottles and stuff doesn't necessarily mean that there is things in them. Although there are vending machines around, and if they do work, that's how I at least get water. But I don't think I would make it more than a month because it doesn't seem like there's any food around. Oh, I didn't even go in here. I was looking for food. There might be like scraps and bits of stuff in all this garbage, but I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't really seem like there's a whole lot of food to go around. Yeah, it looks like we would be digging through the trash, to be honest. Maybe in these boxes? And we don't have an unlimited source of water, too. Alright, sorry about that. I wasn't exactly done. I just had to cut it real quick. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can survive here very long. If we showed up here and we couldn't, and this is exactly how it is. This is all we have to work with is what we can access inside the map. Like we can't get over there or anything. I don't think we could actually survive here that long because there's no food. And there's gonna be a limit on how much water is in these vending machines. And that begs it. I mean that comes under the idea that we can access the water. Like I'm sure we could probably break into it and get the water out. But oh, I just had a realization that these blue cans that you see everywhere in Half-Life 2 is water. Interesting. No, you could easily survive here if this is in universe. I feel like because in universe this is gonna be full of people and stuff. This seems like an actively lived in place. I highly doubt this is all abandoned. But we're not in universe. We're Cafe Baltic. That's pretty cool. Um, we are in some liminal copy of that limits our access. What I want to do right now, that one see. You can go back and do the slider work. Wait, you have to no clip to get back here, but technically you can go back here. I just love going. Interesting, big orange cube. I love going back to these parts of the map as well, just to like see the detail that was put in. Quite a bit of detail too to make it to really make it feel like you're in the city. Let's do a no clip run. A nice little cutout of the world. I think this is solid. Oh, it is solid. Interesting. I wasn't expecting that to be solid. That's really cool though that they did make all this solid. It's not like exactly right, but you can see that this building here is used all the same textures. Why not? But I like that they made all this solid because this allows you to put like NPCs or props up here to some respect. And you can really do some cool framing and all that. Make some cool shit. Can I get over there? Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a little nice little cool little map. I like this. It's a little quaint thing. Yeah, I give you a month maybe. We'll go 2 weeks. 2 weeks. There's only so much water you can drink before you go insane. That and like again, there might be people around that are hiding, but I doubt it. I really do doubt it. I'm gonna say when we're exploring these maps, we're given like it's basically like a little snapshot, a little backrooms level, and everything in it is exactly the way that it is. So if there's not NPCs already roaming around, that probably means there's no people here. Try to clean up after ourselves a little bit. I know we're reckless. So do you think the red and yellow cans are like flavored water, or do we think they're actual different drinks? But yeah, I mean, it would be kind of. I could see myself, coming through here with my car, parking, and getting up to my little sliver of comfort in the world if I lived over here, and really appreciating that. Like I could just feel the sighs of relief roll off of me when I finally make it inside my house and I'm away from this not so great world. But I think there's no better place to end it than right here. Let me just get a nice little picture. I hope you enjoyed this exploration. And remember, stay safe when you're traveling the multiverse.